Hi, Pat Heydlauff, Renaissance Woman here. This is where I talk about things like bringing awareness to light, bringing you self empowerment, and helping you find hope, peace, and joy. Today's topic is going to be all about change. Have you had much that's changed in the last 24 hours, 24 days, maybe even 20 years or weeks? Change is truly the inevitable. It used to be death and taxes were the answer to what is permanent change, but change itself is the answer to the question. So how do you deal with this change? How do you deal with, say, the loss of a spouse who's been ill for years but was way too young to die? Or how about the good news of maybe one of your children graduating from college or high school and you're excited about them moving forward, but also they'll be moving out of your life? There's all kinds of change we cope with on a daily basis. Even business doesn't work the same way. People don't go to offices. We don't have the malls we used to shop in. We don't have the gatherings we gather on social media rather than in person, but we lose an awful lot in that process. So I'd like to help maybe find ways for you to find a bit of peace within and deal with some of this change. I wrote a verse a number of years ago. It's in one of my books, and it's called Eternal Access. When you access your heart, you find your voice within. When you find your voice within, you discover your path. When you travel down that path, you become connected to God and the universe. Once you are connected to God and the universe, you will find peace. But it's a peace that is within, not without. And if you've never been there, it is perhaps the most blessed feeling of totally being immersed in an unconditional love that you will ever feel. Peace within is so different than peace without. But remember, you don't find it on social media. You don't find it in schools. It's taught nowhere. And the only way to find it is looking within. So it is important to understand that, number one, change is inevitable. But number two, you need to know how to cope with it, how to deal with it, and how to find the answers, how to find the real truth. If you're looking for more information, you certainly can check out one of my new books called Looking Within. Discover 7 principles leading to hope, peace, and joy. And I'd like to just read for you one more verse out of here. What difference would it make, is what the verse is called, and it's on page 97. What difference would it make in the world if you didn't exist? Your destiny would go unfilled. What difference would it make in the world if you didn't take your first breath? The lives you have touched would not find peace. What difference would it make in the world if you wouldn't have discovered your path? No one would receive the information you are to deliver. What difference would it make in the world if you wouldn't have taken your first step on the journey? You could not show others the way. What difference would it make to the world if you didn't find your inner heart and soul? The world would be without your hope for a better future to come. I would love to have any feedback. If you would like to know more, check out my website, patheydlauff.com. And remember to share and like, but also remember this is where the language of the heart is spoken.